Welcome back to my Hulk build, to the wrap. I just spent a couple of minutes just going over this character before I finish the series up. Probably what I should do first is, oh, sorry, I'm still in, still in photo mode or something. Don't know if we can get this to work. Probably can't. I think there's another player right here. He's probably wondering what the hell I'm up to. Sorry mate, I'll get out of your way. Oh, there he goes. I did have a good pose up here, but it's not going to work. Forget it. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Just in everybody's way. Alright, so, and I probably can't. Oh, damn it. Stupid game! Why these restrictions? Alright, stand here. Alright, so let's stand here. Okay, looking out over the valley. Okay, perk cards. I guess when you go to build, everyone wants to know what your perk cards are. So I got, I got to almost level 60. I had a punch of 25 and damage resistance of 131 and energy resistance of 93. No real chemical resistance there at all. Carry capacity of 290. You know, rhubarb. Just the effects. Just the two mutations I used was marsupial. For the why am I out of water again? Stupid. For the marsupial, for, well, the jumping of course, which was very useful, even though I've put off having marsupial for a long time, and twisted muscles, which gave me 25% melee damage and chance to cripple, and I didn't care about it reducing gun accuracy because I'm not using any weapons or armor at all. Okay, so yeah, the perks. Trying to get this to work without unselecting everything, which it always does. Right, there we go. Try to do it. Oh, guys, going to flash messages all over me. Traveling pharmacy just to reduce the weight of chems and stim packs, because obviously if you've got no armor you're going to be going through a fair amount of stim packs. Barbarian, that gives me damage resist based on my level of strength, as long as I'm not wearing any power armor. Iron Fist, that's just to bring his punch up. And Blocker, which is just to take less damage from melee attacks, because you when you're engaging in melee, especially bare knuckle, they tend to hit you as well. Picklock, expert pitlock and master pitlock, was to just be able to get through all the locks in a silo. That's just it, very simple. Concentrated fire I never really got to play around with at all. I don't really know why. That's is good in melee, I have discovered. You can aim punches and things. Refractor I never really developed. I was trying to think of a way of defending against the Soltrons. Considering I didn't have any armor, Soltron's very hard to beat, to destroy using punches. And they'd always get a few hits in, so I was thinking of using that to deflect some of the energy damage, but I never really got there in the end. Ironclad, pretty obvious, that one. Damage and any resistance while not wearing any armor again. Adamantium skeleton, just to stop the crippling, and I think it also reduces the staggering as well, because if you get hit and you stagger, you can't sort of use a stim pack and stuff like that. I'm not really sure about that, so don't quote me on that one. And good doggy is just to so I could just survive off dog food instead of anything else. Lone Wanderer, that's a bit of a no-brainer. Less damage, and 30% AP regen, which is good for melee. First aid, well, you're going to be healing yourself a lot, and 45%. Yeah, that's pretty good. But in the end, I just died, and a lot of times didn't really care as long as I had a spawn point. Because when you're dying and spawn back, you've got full health back. So, you know, I saved a lot of stim packs that way. So I just didn't really care about dying, because there was no as long as I didn't have any very good junk on me, it was no disadvantage at all. Nerd Rage, well, that's the fun one, I guess. I never really saw it in operation very much, because, you know, if I got down to 20% health, I was usually reaching for a stim pack by that stage anyway. But I maxed it out because it was just, you got just a temporary damage buff and all that. Hacker, Expert Hacker and Master Hacker was to get through the terminals in the silo. Action Boy, that's a bit of a no-brainer. AP point regen for melee. Evasive, yeah, against it just adds damage and energy resistance when you're not using armor. Sneak, well, Sneak is the one that I probably shouldn't have used, because it's out of character for the Hulk. The Hulk doesn't sneak, he smashes. He hits people with cars, you know. I went that way because I just thought, oh man, I sort of wish I hadn't now, but I went that way to help me get through the silo base and other things. I should have just relied on raw strength and just smashed. In hindsight, I made a mistake there. I admit that, but you know, sometimes the builds, you just sort of think of these things after. So I shouldn't have done Sneak, but it certainly did help. But it was out of character, and again, the Escape Artist is out of character as well. Serendipity. That's just you know, if you're in a bad melee situation, you can avoid some hits, which happened often enough. And Starch Genes was just to stabilise the mutations. So that's it. Other than the I liked everything other than the Sneak. Yeah, I don't know. My mind sort of went sort of in a bit of a tangent on that one. I regret it now because I did something out of character. Just like I decided not to do chameleon armor and stuff like that, because that's chameleon mutation. Sorry, because that would have been out of character. I mean, the Hulk is not. He doesn't turn invisible. He just relies on brute strength. And you could argue about, you know, brainy, smart Hulk and all that, you know, all the variations, but no, whatever. You can argue about all that if you want to. Yeah, so that's it. I launched a nuke, and I helped defeat the Scorch Beast Queen, even though I didn't get anything from it, because I've heard it rumoured that you have to do at least 1,000 points of damage before you can get anything from the Scorch Beast Queen. You get a Scorch Beast Queen drop. So yeah, I guess that's helping defeat the Scorch Beast Queen is one end game. So I did that. So it was fun. I had fun doing these builds. You know, they're pain in the ass sometimes, restricted builds like this. But hey, anybody can do a sort of an invincible level 100 build pretty much, by just stacking everything, or doing a what are they called, a food build, if you just eat foods that give you buffs. And also what other build, sort of invisible build is popular? I think it would be the bloody build, I think. You know, I think that'd be popular, but anyone can do those. I just try to do something a little bit different. And I thought, basically he's a bare knuckle build, I guess you'd call it. Anyway, I'll just drink some water and that's it, all done. I'm going to go play something else other than Fallout 76 for a while, but when Wastelanders comes, I'll be being like Flynn. I've now got a bunch of characters I can start using at almost any level, and I'll make up my mind about that at the time. Alrighty then. If you watched some of my series, thank you very much. I hope it was entertaining enough. I don't take this videotaping too seriously, as you can tell by the amount of views I'm getting. It's just a hobby, so catch you next series.